Santa Kid by James Patterson this evening, and I chose this book because it is one of my daughter's very favorite Christmas books. So I hope you like it too. So, listen closely. No, really closely. Christmas almost didn't happen one year. Don't shake your head. Something might come loose in your brain. Don't giggle. This isn't funny. Well, sometimes it is. Anyway, here's what happened and how I got to be Santa Kid. Santa Kid by James Patterson, illustrated by Michael Garland. Hiya, my name is Chrissy, and I live at the North Pole. Pretty cool, huh? Sure is, because every day I get to go to Santa's toy workshop and play with Santa's reindeer and the Christmas doves and the Christmas mice and Santa's elves, like Oof, who's 6'11", tall for an elf. Know why I get to live in the North Pole? Because my daddy and mommy are Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus. I'm Santa's little girl. All those who want to live at the North Pole holler, I want to live at the North Pole! If you came to the North Pole, you'd get some real surprises, like this. All year long, except at Christmas time, Santa has no beard. No jolly mounds of fat, it's not good for the heart. But at Christmas time, Santa grows a beard, and Mama Claus bleaches it white and puts stuffing in Santa's red suit. Other than that, Santa's like most other dads. He loves me more than anything in the world. Santa taught me lots of cool things, but there was a whole lot I didn't understand about Christmas. Like, how can Santa remember where every single kid lives to deliver the right presents? And how does he fit all the presents on one sleigh? And how come the reindeer can fly on Christmas Eve night? My dad, Santa Claus, would just smile and say, Chrissy, you have to believe. Believe in what? I asked, my eyes wide open. You have to believe in something bigger than yourself. I laughed. Everything is bigger than me, I said. That's it, Santa clapped. Now never forget it. The job that Santa and Mama Claus gave me was to feed the reindeer, Donner, Blitzen, and the gang, and to hang out with my best reindeer friend, Reimer, who wears a funky top hat and was born on the same day as me. One morning, Reimer and I heard a roar in the skies. We looked up and saw an airplane landing on Reindeer Field. The plane had writing all over it that said, Xmas Express, Xmas Express. Must be somebody big in the business, rhymed Reimer. Let's go see who it is-ness. We didn't know it, but everything was about to change. The big boss of the Xmas Express company was named Worry Ransom, and he was not nice. Definitely not nice. That morning, Worry marched into Santa's office at the toy workshop like he owned it. We're here to buy the North Pole, he shouted, because Worry Ransom always shouted everything. Actually, we're here to buy Christmas. Santa couldn't believe it. Oh, Christmas isn't for sale, he said with a ho ho ho. Then Worry Ransom laughed too, a very loud, very mean laugh. You better believe this, he told Santa. Everything is for sale. Suddenly, the news was on every TV, in the newspapers, even on Nickelodeon. North Pole bought by Xmas Express. Christmas to be called Xmas. Santa has a new boss. All my friends at the North Pole were in a tizzy, but especially Santa, who just couldn't believe that Christmas had been bought. But trust me, I saw it with my own eyes. Everything at the North Pole seemed to change overnight. The Christmas doves wouldn't fly or sing. Oof and the other elves stopped making toys. The Xmas Express company families began to arrive in their shiny black cars. Xmas Express was at the North Pole to run everything, and everybody, and every thought, and at all times of the day and night. 24/7, they like to say. 24/7. Now, when I went to the toy workshop, everybody looked so glum and gloomy. Xmas Express was making new kinds of toys. Toys like Weird Wally Warmunga the Warrior, Princess Pee Pee and Poo Poo, Doggy Doo Doo, and everybody's least favorite, the 315th Day toy, which on the 315th day of the year every year, fell apart. Not nice, Oof the 6'11" elf said to me. Just not nice at all. It was the worst thing Oof had ever said in his long, tall life. I almost didn't want to go to the toy workshop anymore. Worry Ransom was a large, angry person whose face was almost as red as Santa's suit. Let me express myself clearly, yelled Worry. We are way behind schedule. Right now, only 21% of children will get toys for Xmas. I groaned in disbelief. Our goal, said Worry, is 50%. 5 out of 10 children will get presents this Xmas. I couldn't believe my ears. I ran to tell Santa and get his help. Santa had stopped going to the toy workshop. Then he stopped going out of the house. Finally, he stopped getting out of bed. He began to put on a lot of weight and grew a long white beard. Santa started to look like Santa, and not in a good way. I burst into Santa's bedroom and told him the terrible news from the toy workshop. I guess I don't believe in Christmas anymore, he said. It was the saddest thing I'd ever heard. Well, I believe, I whispered. I'll always believe in Christmas. The next day, spirits at the North Pole sunk lower than a reindeer's rump. Xmas carols began to fill the air. Xmas cards were being written with Xmas rhymes. Nobody laughed or smiled at the toy workshop anymore, and Santa didn't seem to care. He just stayed in bed and ate his weight in sugar snackolas. Meanwhile, the new Xmas Express truck arrived. Thousands of them, white as snow with bright red trim, to replace Santa's beautiful sleigh and the reindeer too. Christmas was going to be ruined this year, and maybe forever, which is a long time for something to be ruined. So I decided to do something. You have to believe, I reminded myself, in something bigger than yourself. I rode Reimer the reindeer over to Worry Ransom's house. Worry answered the door. I made myself as brave as can be, and I said, "Hi, I'm Chrissy." "So what?" shouted Worry Ransom. I took a deep breath and kept talking. You can't just buy Christmas. You can't buy the North Pole. Xmas Express is ruining everything that's good and beautiful. "You're wasting my time, and time is money," Worry shouted. Then he said the worst thing of all, the worst thing any kid could hear. "Go away, a kid has nothing good to say." In a wink, in a blink, it was Christmas Eve. The magic night was here. But where was the magic? Xmas Express trucks sputtered and stuttered. Some were stuck in snowdrifts up to their ugly logos. The Christmas presents weren't being delivered. Not 5 out of 10, not 1 out of 10. Worry Ransom screamed at the elves. "This is your fault. It's none of my doing. I'll have your pointy-eared heads in the morning." I ran to Santa as fast as I could. I brought everybody with me. Mommy Claus, the reindeer, and the elves. "You have to save Christmas," I begged Santa. But my dad just looked at me. "Do you believe, Chrissy, in something bigger than yourself?" There were tears in my eyes, and I could barely find my voice. "Yes, I believe. I've always believed." Then Santa smiled. "Well, I'm too heavy for the sleigh," he said. "But if you believe, you can save Christmas yourself." Well, I'll tell you, I had the whole North Pole buzzing. The elves were smiling, and so were the reindeer and even the Christmas mice. We hauled out Santa's sleigh and all the good toys. No Princess Pee-Pee and Poo-Poo, no Doggy Doo-Doo. Everybody pitched in. Everybody believed in the magic. But did I? Did I believe enough? How could I possibly know the address of every single kid? How could all these toys fit into the sleigh? Then Worry Ransom ran toward me. "Kid, this won't fly," he yelled. "Santa's sleigh won't work without Santa." I looked him in the eye, and here's what I said. Kids are small, but kids are smart. Kids are smart enough to understand the magic of Christmas. And then the most amazing thing, the magic happened. The reindeer flew, the sleigh full of toys took off, and so did I. I believed in Christmas in a way I never had before. I believed in how special and holy it was. I believed that I would know every address of every kid in every country. I believed that Reimer and the other reindeer could fly all night and never get tired. And then when I was flying over Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, a little boy leaned from his bedroom window and called out, "Where's Santa? He always comes." But then he spotted a sleigh in the sky, and reindeer, and something even more incredible, a kid was driving Santa's sleigh. Could it be? A kid just like him, little hands, arms, legs, teeth, and a big smile? And then the little boy made it official. "It's Santa Kid," he shouted up to my sleigh. "I see Santa Kid." Believe me, I was having the night of my life, the night of any kid's life. delivering Christmas presents to everybody everywhere. I remembered every single kid and where they lived, and that means I came to your house too. And at the end of the long, long night, after I stopped at every kid's house, every tent, every hut, and every apartment, I made one last stop at Worry Ransom's house. Worry's kids were crying, and so was Worry's wife. And so was Worry, because he'd never gotten his Christmas presents. I gave everybody their gifts. Then I shook Worry's hand. "No hard feelings, kid," he yelled. "No hard feelings," I said. "But you and your friends and your broken down trucks and your shiny black cars have to get out of the North Pole by New Year's Day." And that's what happened. That night, Christmas night, I had the most scrumptious dinner ever with my family and all my friends. And my dad finally asked, "Chrissy, did you really deliver all those presents to all those kids?" And I had to tell him the truth. "Well, I didn't exactly deliver the presents in the usual way." There was quiet in the room. I talked to every kid, and you know what I told them? I told them Christmas isn't about getting presents. I told the kids that Christmas is about something much, much bigger than presents. Christmas is about believing. "Wow," said my dad, and everybody around the table joined in. Then what happened? "That's great." I started to laugh, and then I winked at Santa and Mama Claus. Yeah, then I gave everyone their presents. The end. So that was Santa Kid. I hope you enjoyed it.